In the bustling city of Verdun, where gears turned in the air and clocks ticked on every street corner, there lived a master clockmaker named Oswin. He was known far and wide for crafting the most precise, intricate timepieces, clocks that could not only tell time but also shift with the mood of their owners. And people whispered that Oswin once built a pocket watch so accurate it predicted when leaves would fall. One day, a poor orphan named Wren showed up at his shop. Thin, barefoot and covered in soot, the boy knocked timidly on the workshop door. "I can sweep floors," Wren offered, "or polish gears. I just want to learn." Oswin peered at him, bushy eyebrows raised. He didn't need an assistant. He didn't like interruptions, but something about Wren's eyes, wide, watchful, made him pause. "You may stay," Oswin grunted, "but touch nothing without permission." The weeks passed. Wren worked hard. He swept metal shavings, organized screws by size, and wiped glass faces clean. But more than anything, he watched. Every night, before sleeping in the loft above the shop, he sketched what he'd seen, how gears clicked together, how pendulums danced, how springs wound with precision. One evening, as Oswin rested his hands, Wren asked softly, "Why do you build clocks if time already passes on its own?" Oswin paused. "Because we forget to respect it," he said. "When you build a clock, you don't just shape gears, you shape attention." Months passed. Then, one morning, tragedy struck. Oswin's hands, once steady as silence, began to tremble. Doctors called it an articulated nerve disorder. He could no longer handle the tools that once obeyed him. "I am finished," he muttered, but Wren didn't believe it. "You taught me to see," the boy said. "Let me build for you." Oswin scoffed. "You? Build?" A child's attempt would embarrass my name. But when Wren brought out a wooden pocket watch he had crafted in secret, a crude thing, yet ticking steadily, Oswin said nothing. They began again. Wren became Oswin's hands, Oswin became Wren's mind. Together they crafted. But then came the royal commission, a grand clock for the Queen's winter palace. It had to be flawless. The whole city buzzed with the news. Oswin accepted reluctantly, but only under one condition. "No one must know I am no longer the builder." Wren worked day and night, guided by Oswin's voice. He melted brass, filed gears, calibrated second hands. He made mistakes, he corrected them. The masterpiece took shape, but as the day of unveiling approached, Wren felt uneasy. The Queen herself arrived at the shop. The entire city gathered as velvet curtains were drawn, revealing a glorious, humming clock tower with filigree spirals and a moon phase dial. The Queen clapped, a wonder of the age. But when she turned to Oswin and said, "Master, you've outdone yourself," Wren stepped forward. "I cannot lie," he said. "The design was his, but the hands that built it were mine." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Oswin's face paled with fury. He turned and walked inside. The Queen, after a pause, looked at Wren with curiosity. Then both the heart and hand made this. "Perhaps there are two masters in Verdun now." Wren bowed. "I only learned from the best." Later that night, Wren packed his things. He couldn't stay after shaming Oswin. But before he reached the door, Oswin was there holding a box. Inside was a master's toolkit, polished, organized, beautiful. "You spoke truth when I clung to pride," Oswin said. "You honored time not just on the clock, but in character." Years later, Wren opened his own shop. His clocks bore the mark RO for Wren and Oswin. And every clock ticked in rhythm with the lesson he never forgot. That time is valuable, but integrity is priceless. Skill may build greatness, but honesty builds legacy.